Hey guys, it's Sarah, and today we are going to talk about a traveler's notebook that I had started a while ago, and I want to get back to it and kind of update it a little bit and add some things and just do some updating. So I'm going to do that today and show you what it is. So this is a traveler's notebook that includes the books and authors that I love and that I want to read, and I'm going to update it a little bit. I have some books to color in, and then I have some books and authors that I want to add in here because I've read some authors this year that I really want to add into this notebook because I want to read everything that they've ever written. So we're going to do that today. Okay, so I have a list here, and this was just me going through here and, seeing what I wanted to add. And then I have my colored pencils and my ruler and my pen. So yeah, I'm going to zoom in here really quick so you can kind of see the notebook a little bit better. So I'll just move this off to the side. Okay, so this is a little traveler's notebook. I got this at Michael's when they had just, it's very basic and it has a little bird charm on it. So yeah, I don't think Michael sells these kind anymore. I got this on clearance actually. So, but I have two inserts in here. One is for the series I want to read. So these are book series that I want to read my way through. And then I have some series to, to try it and decide if I want to continue with them or not. And I have two on here that I've tried and I was like, nope, I'm good. But I have a lot more I need to do. So some of these are just, and if I decide not to, or I've changed my mind, then I just cross them out. It's not a big deal. But I do have a lot on here still. And I have some, like I said, that I need to update because I have tried some of these or I've gotten further in some of these. And so I need to update this, and then I will add quite a few more in here. But as you can tell, this is just a lined insert, and I just make my own boxes, and I try to make them as straight as I can. It's going to be a little bit more difficult now because I don't have the same ruler that I used here, and I think I had a guideline for it, but it's okay. I can kind of eyeball it. So these are series, and it ends right here. And then the second insert is authors, my favorite authors. So these are authors that I really enjoy, and I want to read everything that they've written. And like this one is Jodi Picoult. So she has all these already written, and I left room for more. I'm actually gonna have to write one in here because she has one coming out soon. And then I have another column just because I don't know how many books this woman's gonna write, but I know I wanna read them all. So I just left room for that. And yeah, so I have, just the authors that I know are very prolific and I know they're gonna be writing more. I just leave, extra slots here. So yeah, I'm going to add some more authors in here as well. And I'm excited to add some more, but I'm going to go ahead and update them. So I'm going to take out, we'll do the series first. I'm going to take this one out of the notebook because it's much easier to write in and to do all that stuff without it. So we're just gonna do this together. This is gonna be a completely live video. This shouldn't take too long. I won't write in the books or anything just because that's gonna take a while, but I'll show you what I use to kind of have as my reference for that. I have a website that I use. Okay, so I have my colored pencils. These are Fantasia Artist premium coloring pencils. I got these at AC Moore, which is a craft store here. And yeah, they're good color pencils. They blend really nicely. They're not like professional by any means, but they're nice. I like them. So they have a lot of different colors. Okay, so let's see. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I got my first pumpkin spice latte, guys. I'm really excited about it. It's so delicious. Okay, I'm gonna look on here. I don't think I've tried any of these. No, I haven't. So I haven't tried any of those yet. All right, so Shadow Hunters by Cassandra Clare. I have all, like this is the Mortal Instruments, the Infernal Devices, the Novella Bind-Ups, the Dark Artifices. If you know Cassandra Clare, you understand what all that means. So I have read the first book in the Infernal Devices, so I'm gonna go ahead and color that in. And I just use my colored pencils and color it in. No rhyme or reason. I try not to have like the same color together in the blocks. I try to mix it up for sure. Or if I have like a couple shades of blue in one spot, then I'll go for like a pink or a, you know, a green, something that will contrast it a little bit. So no rhyme or reason. Okay, so that's all that I've read of that. Okay, so Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. I have not read anything else. Shatter Me by Tahira Mafi. I am not going to continue with that series. So I'm going to go ahead and just, I'm not interested in it at all. Oh, Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. I'm not interested in that at all either. I did read the first book, but I don't know. I don't care. So, Lux by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I have not read any of those yet. Given up on those two. Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson. I did read the first Mistborn book. It was amazing. So I'm super excited to continue with that. So I will check off The Final Empire, which is book number 1. That's an adult fantasy series, and the first book was so good. I really, really enjoyed it. Okay. The Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Meyer. I have not read any of those yet. The Bronze Horseman by Paulina Simons. Nope. End of Days by Susan E. Nope. Fever by Karen Marie Moaning. Nope. The Grisha Trilogy by Leigh Bardugo. I have not yet, but I plan to read Shadow and Bone here very soon. And Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. I haven't read those yet either. Vampire Academy by Rochelle Mead. Nope. Bloodlines by Michelle Mead, which is actually a spinoff of that, and I have not read any of those obviously yet either. The Mara Dyer Trilogy by Michelle Hodkin. Nope. Shadow Falls by C.C. Hunter. Nope. The Winners Trilogy by Marie Rakowski. Nope. The Book of Ivy by Amy Engel. Nope. 50 Shades of Alice by Melinda Duchamp. Nope. Parasol Protectorate by Gail Carriger. Nope. Chaos Walking by Patrick Ness. Nope. Legend by Marie Lu. Nope. Young Elites by Marie Lu. Nope. Those two I read. Okay, Throne of Glass. I have read book number 4, which is Queen of Shadows. I read that one, so I'll go with this one again here. So I will color this in, and then I can add the last book because they just had the title and cover release. It's called Kingdom of Ash. So I will write that in here as well. And I'm using a different pen than what this was used. I don't know what pen I used in here. Honestly, this was so long ago that I got this all set up. So, I mean, the pen's going to look different, but it's okay. I'm not too worried about that. So, Kingdom of Ash. Okay. And then Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas as well. I read A Court of Frost and Starlight. Actually, I think last month I read that. So that can be colored in. So I'm all caught up on that series until the next one comes out, which I don't know when. I think this one has been coming out in May of each year. So maybe May of next year, the next book will come out, hopefully. I really enjoy that series. Okay. So that's all updated. Queen of the Tearling by Erica Johansson. Nope. The Passage by Justin Cronin. I did read the 3rd book, so I finished that series off. That was really good. It's like a post-apocalyptic, kind of a vampire type of book, but it was more about the characters and their, survival type stuff. So it was really good. Firebird Trilogy by Claudia Gray. Nope. The Malediction Trilogy by Danielle L. Jensen. Nope. Left Behind by Tim LaHaye. Yes, I have read more of those. So, let's see. I have read the next 2, so the first 3 books. This is a Christian fiction series, really long as you can tell. And it is a finished series, so these are all that there is. But it's, basically God's reckoning. It's basically what's happening in here. And, taking the believers up to heaven with him, and everyone else is left behind. So it's the people who are left on earth who are trying to figure out, number 1, what in the world happened, and number 2, it's like the 7-year period of, being able to redeem yourself to get up to heaven before everything goes to crap. So But yeah, I read the first 3 of those, so that's done. Magicians by Lev Grossman, nope. Sabriel by Garth Nix, nope. Outlander by Diana Gabaldon. I have not read any more of those, but I will be reading Drums of Autumn here soon before the show starts. The Raven Cycle by Maggie Stiefvater, nope. The Dresden Files by Jim Butcher. I have not read any more of those, I don't think. No, I haven't. Okay, The Remnant Chronicles by Mary E. Pearson, nope. Darker Shade of Magic by Victoria Schwab, nope. Snow Like Ashes by Sarah Rosh. I'm on the fence about whether or not I want to continue with that. I might need to just start the second one and see how I feel, but The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon, nope. Red Rising by Pierce Brown, nope. King Killer Chronicles by Patrick Rothfuss, nope. An Ember in the Ashes by Saba Tahir, nope, but I will be reading the first one here soon. Killer Instinct by S.E. Green, nope. Clipped Wings by Helena Hunting, nope. Argento Vampires by Lindsay Sands, no, but I need to see if I need to add any more because this woman keeps writing them and she needs to slow down because I need to catch up. So this is a good time for me to show you what I use. I'm going to show you on my phone, so the lighting might go a little bit crazy, but I use a website that is called, let me see, I already have it up. It is called Fantastic Fiction. I'm going to get to the home page. Okay, so fantasticfiction.com. And what it is it's a website where you can put in an author's name and do a search. So I will search for Lindsay Sands, and she's the first one that pops up there. So it brings up her profile. So this is Lindsay Sands. She writes the Argento Vampires that I really like. And it gives you like a history or a little biography of her, what's coming up next, kind of her new books. And then it goes into series. So series, and it has the series name and then the order that they're in along with the year that they are published. So this is the Argento series. And this is all that are published. So she currently has, oh my goodness, okay. Let's see, I have Twice Bitten on here. So I only need to add one more, Vampires Like It Hot, and then the next one will be coming out in 2019, The Trouble with Vampires. So they already have a 2019 up here. That's kind of like a bookmark. You know, this is what's coming up. This is the year it's supposed to be published. So I only need to write in one more. So that's number 28, you guys. Oh my goodness. So number 29 comes out next year. So I'm going to write that in. So Vampires Like It Hot, I will write it right here. Ooh, okay, and then The Trouble with Vampires, I will just write Trouble, because I don't have a whole lot of room here. So I'll just write those 2 in, and yep, I gotta catch up on that. I love this series. It's such a guilty pleasure read. It's very adult. Lots of sexy time scenes between vampires and stuff, but it's really good. Definitely a big guilty pleasure of mine. All right. Fallen Kingdoms by Morgan Rhodes. Nope. The Murder Complex by Lindsay Cummings. Nope. Nearly Gone by Elle Casamano. Nope. Dublin Murder Squad by Tana French. Nope. Blood of Gods and Royals by Eleanor Herman. Nope. Camorran Strike by Robert Galbraith. Nope. Archie and Gretchen by Chelsea Lane. Nope. Or Chelsea Kane. I really want to read that. I just haven't picked it up yet. Okay. Billy Knight by Jeff Lindsay. Nope. Thunder Road by Katie McGarry. Nope. The Dark Tower by Stephen King. Nope. Serena Legacy by Anna Banks. Nope. Alex Cross by James Patterson. Nope. The Farseer Trilogy by Robin Hobb. Nope. Life Ship Traders by Robin Hobb. Nope. And I left room here because she has more series. I just want to get through, you know, a couple before I decide if I want to read all of them or not. So I just kind of left this for more of that if I need to. Fire and Thorns by Ray Carson. Nope. The Neapolitan series by Elena Ferrante. Nope. The Magisterium series by Cassandra Clare and Holly Black. Nope. I think, though, that is... the last one is out. So I'm going to look on my website here and see. I will just look up Cassandra Clare and see if I can find out what the last title is. Cassandra Clare is also the one who wrote the Mortal Instruments, the Shadowhunters books that were on the first page. And, okay, Magisterium. So I have the Silver Mask, which is number 4. Okay, the Golden Tower came out this year. So the Golden Tower is what I need to write down. This is a middle grade series, and I really liked the first one a lot more than I thought I was going to. So I'm definitely interested in continuing to read it. I'm not buying them at all, but you know, I would grab them from the library, but it's good. The Witchlands series by Susan Dennard. Nope. The Illuminae series by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. Nope. The Jack Daniel series by J.A. Conrath. Now this one's interesting. I don't have anything colored in. I have read a lot of these, not all of them, but I actually want to reread this series because it's been a very long time since I've read it, and I flew through them. I'm talking, I probably read 4 or 5 books in a week of this series. I flew through them. So I definitely want to reread all of these. So that's why I don't have them. And I wrote reread in here so that, you know, I can just start over, because there's a couple down here that I have not read, and he's actually started writing these again. It took, I think he was not writing them for almost 10 years, and then he came out with another one. And I was like, oh, but I can't jump into it like for the new ones. I would not remember half of what happened here. So it's a detective series, and follows a female detective who hunts serial killers, basically. And it's really good. Very adult, very kind of gruesome. There's a lot of gruesome scenes, but very, very good. Okay, the Memoir by Lady Trent series by Marie Brennan. Nope. And Fire Drakes by Farah Omerboy, I think. Yeah, so that's okay. So that's all I have as of right now. Now I'm going to add a few series that I know I want to read. So I wrote down a few series here. So I will just do what I can here. All right. So since I'm going to start here, I'm going to add kind of the shorter ones. So I can definitely add here. Actually, let me do the Land of Stories because that's a finished series. Now, the Land of Stories is 6 books. So I am going to probably just maybe start here. I'll leave a couple spaces just in case, but so Land of Stories. This is something I'm reading with my daughter, Kaylin. We're reading them together by Chris Colfer. And there are 6 books in the Land of Stories. So I'm going to kind of use this as a guide for how big to make my squares. It's not going to be perfect, but it's okay. So I'm using kind of this one right here. I'm kind of lining it up if I can. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And then here. Okay, and I don't need them for the center. So I will just make my 6 squares, and then I will go in and fill in the titles of them. But we have read the first 2, so I'll just go ahead and color them in right now while we're here, and then I'll just write the titles in later. But we have read the first 2. They're really cute. So this is a middle grade series about 2 kids. They're twins, and they find out that they can actually go into a fairy tale book and be part of the fairy tale world. And they kind of find out that it's not a fairy tale, even though there's like all the characters that you know, like there's Jack and Jill and like the princesses like Snow White and Cinderella and Rapunzel and all of that. There's the Frog Prince is in it, and you know, just all these fairy tales that we have grown up, you know, knowing, not only Disney princesses, but you know, like fairy tales. So it's pretty cool. And yeah, we read the first 2 and really liked them. They're pretty funny too. Like there's a lot of good humor in it. So yeah, but we are reading those together. So we've really been enjoying it. Okay, so that's good for that. Now I'm going to move on to the next page. We will do the I Hunt Killers. And that one is, I just read the first book and really, really enjoyed it. It's by Barry Lyga. and it is about a kid who is the son of a very prolific serial killer. And just kind of him dealing with, you know, kind of having that legacy, if you will, on him. And yeah, it was really good. I really, really liked the first one. Okay, so there's only 3. And the last one came out in 2014, so it's most likely a completed trilogy. There are also some novellas. I probably won't put the novellas in here. I'll just do the main 3. So I will write that down. But I did really, really like the first book. So I would like to read the other 2, because it definitely left off on a cliffhanger. But, okay, so Barry Lyga. And there are 3, so whoops, I will make 3 boxes, just try to get as straight as I can. Okay. All right, and I did read the first one, so I will mark the first box. Let's go with green. Okay. All right, so that one is good. Okay, next one is, I'll do Nevernight by Jay Kristoff. I just read the first book and loved it so much. And this one is a trilogy as well. The first 2 are out. The third one comes out next year. And I'm actually about to order the second book. I'm just waiting for it to go on sale. There's going to be a big Labor Day sale on Book Outlet, and I would just want to wait till it goes on sale, but there's plenty in stock, so I'm not too worried about not being able to get a copy. So I'm going to wait till that sale starts this weekend and get it, because the first book was amazing. And that will just be a trilogy. Okay. This one follows a young girl. It's a fantasy book. And she is an orphan. She had to like witness her father die. And she wants to get back at the men who killed him because they killed him unjustly. And she actually ends up training to go to assassin school and learn how to be an assassin so that she can kill these people. That's like her agenda that, you know, nobody knows about. And it was amazing. And I really liked the way, because you see her in assassin school going through this training, and I really liked the way that they did it. It was really smart. So I liked that a lot. Okay. Caraval by Stephanie Garber. That is a trilogy as well. The third one is coming out next year. This one is a young adult it's a young adult fantasy series about kind of a traveling circus, if you will, or a carnival type thing, but it's interactive. So you can, you know, play along and be part of the show, but you kind of, it's magic. So you don't know what's real and what's not. And you have to try to find things, and there's mysteries and, you know, all that stuff. It's really, really good. I really enjoyed it. So I've read the first 2, and I will definitely read the third one when it comes out next year. I will most likely be pre-ordering it because I really, really like the series. Okay, so the first 2. And then the third one will be next year. So that's exciting. Okay, probably need to sharpen these soon. Okay. So Caraval is done. Okay, Steelheart or the Reckoners series by Brandon Sanderson. That is a trilogy as well. It's already all out. So this is kind of nice when there's like a finished series and I know exactly how many are going to be there. I don't have to make any guesses. But this one is completed. So The Reckoners by Brandon Sanderson. this is a young adult fantasy series as well. And this one follows kind of, they're like superheroes, I guess you could say, or they have superpowers. The people who are, you know, like in charge of taking over the government have superpowers, and, you know, a lot of people view them as superheroes basically, but they're really kind of evil, and they keep people in kind of an oppressive state and dependent on them basically. So they're kind of like a corrupt government type thing, but they're viewed as superheroes. So it's really interesting. I really like it. And the Reckoners are a group of people who are trying to take them down basically, and trying to overthrow them because they know how evil they are. And it was really good. I really liked it. So I liked the first one a lot, so I'll read the other two. Okay, so first one is good. All right, so that one's done, and then let's do, okay. These other two, I don't know how long they're gonna be. I wanna say Children of Blood and Bone might be 3, but we're not sure. I could probably stick that down here. I don't think it'll be longer than what I can fit down here. So I will do the Children of Blood and Bone. It's actually called The Legacy of Orisha by Tomi Adeyemi. I just read the first one, Children of Blood and Bone, and loved it so much. It's one of my favorites this year so far. I'm going to put 3 because I want to say it might just be a trilogy, but I'm not sure. So I'll put 3 just to start off with, and if I had to add more later, I will. I know there's going to be definitely 2 because the next one's coming out next year, and I think we already have a title. But I really, really loved Children of Blood and Bone. It was amazing. So we'll definitely continue on with this one. Okay, and then the next one is Unsub by Meg Gardner. Now, this is a series that I just discovered, and I absolutely loved the first book. It is an adult crime, like thriller series, and the main character will, she's like an FBI agent, and her dad was also an FBI agent, and he was put on a case for a very prolific serial killer that was never found, and it kind of like ruined his life type thing. Now she is a serial killer she's a serial killer hunter in the FBI as well, and then this serial killer comes back after like 25 years of being gone, and he comes back, and then she's put on the case to try to take him down. And the really cool thing I like about these books is that each one is based on a real serial killer, and it's just the killers in the book are based loosely upon real people. So the first one was loosely based on the Zodiac killer, who was never found, who's probably dead by now. And the second one was based on Ted Bundy. So really cool. There's no information on the third one yet, but I'm pretty positive there will be a third one. So I'm just going to leave a third box here. But I did read the first 2 already. So I can go ahead and mark both of these off. And then hopefully there will be a third one. I really hope, because I really enjoyed both of them a whole lot. So I am excited to see if another one comes out and what serial killer that will be based on. I just really like that idea of basing it on somebody real. And I just think that's a really cool concept. And you can definitely see the similarities. They're not completely, you know, they're not retelling the stories of these serial killers at all, but they share some of the same traits and, you know, kind of some of the same killing styles, I guess you could say. But like the Zodiac Killer, he taunted police, and that was a big thing in the first one. And, you know, Ted Bundy was very charming and had like women proposing to him, you know, as he's making his way into the court, even after they're hearing everything he did. And yeah, so. Okay, that is it for my series. So those are all done. And I will just go in and write those titles in later. So now let's do my authors. And I'm not gonna make you watch me do like all the stuff, but actually I need to do this. I have to do this like carefully. Otherwise I'll be like, I don't remember how to do this. Okay, so I'm gonna put this back in first. Whoops. Okay. So that's in. It's a little awkward. Okay, so now I will take out my authors one, and I will just talk to you about the authors that I'm going to add. I'll tell you who's in here first. Okay, so Jodi Picoult is a big one for me. Christopher Moore, I did read another one by him. I read A Dirty Job recently, and I enjoyed it. It was good. He has a lot that I haven't read yet. I might need to give a couple more books a try just to see if I want to read absolutely everything. But usually I enjoy what he writes. He writes a lot of, it's like satire, kind of funny books. But okay, Leanne Moriarty. I've not read any more, but she does have another one coming out this year. Actually, I think is it September, I think? I think it's called 9 Perfect Strangers. I'm going to double check though. She wrote Big Little Lies, which I loved so much. Yes, 9 Perfect Strangers. Okay, so I will write that in here because I will definitely want to be getting my hands on that. This one is Jojo Moyes. I'm unsure about her as well. I've read a couple books that I, really enjoyed. I'm just not sure. I don't know what it is, something about it. So I need to read a few more to see what I think about Jojo Moyes. Colleen Hoover, my favorite. Okay, one of my favorites. I have read 3 on here. Okay, so this definitely needs to be updated. I read, let's see, Confess, which I loved. Colleen Hoover writes adult books that are very, I don't even know like what to say about it. Some people have issues with the stories that she writes. They think she writes about, like bad things and these are unhealthy relationships and blah, blah, blah. And my opinion is, well, yeah, that's what makes it entertaining. Like if it wasn't, difficult relationships or difficult, things happening, it'd be a boring book, but that's just me. Okay. I read Without Merit. But she does write about difficult topics. One of my favorites was about domestic abuse. Another one of my favorites was about infertility. Some of these have like family secrets and, it's a lot of like relationships that are not black and white. There are lots of gray areas. You find yourself, questioning a lot of things. You find yourself questioning what you would do in those situations, and you're understanding why people are doing certain things, even though they shouldn't be doing them. So it's a whole thing. And then All Your Perfects I read as well just recently and loved it so much. So I really, really enjoy Colleen Hoover. I enjoy her writing. I enjoy her stories. I enjoy the fact that she makes me feel things I'm uncomfortable feeling and that I'm rooting for people I know I shouldn't be rooting for. So yeah, I really like her books a lot, and I will buy and read everything she writes. Okay. And as of right now, I don't think she has anything else on the horizon that's been announced anyway. Khaled Hosseini, I've read everything he's written. Dan Brown, I still need to read the last book that just came out in the Robert Langdon series, which is Origin. Sophie Kinsella, I have not read any more from her so far. Gillian Flynn, I still need to read Dark Places. I can't believe I haven't read it, but I haven't, so I don't know. I've given up on Emily Giffin. Rainbow Rowell, not read anymore. Jennifer Weiner, I have not read anymore either. I'm on the fence about her too. Sarah Pinborough, I have read one from her recently. I read a short story called The Language of Dying and really enjoyed it. Her book, Behind Her Eyes, is one of my favorites of last year. It was so good. Very, very good. It's one of those that like has a crazy twist and you're just like, what? Okay. Kara McKenna, this whole page is for her. She writes kind of adult erotica. I have not read anything else on here though. Kristen Hanna, I'm currently reading a book from her and I plan on reading a book next month from her too. So I'm going to be able to color a couple of these in next month, but I'm just not ready to do it yet. But I have read The Nightingale and that is one of my favorite books of all time. And that's all I have on here so far. So for other authors, I will just show you who I'm going to write down. I'm not going to do it here because it's going to take me a little bit of time and I got to look up their books and everything. But I'm going to be adding in here Karen Slaughter, who, like, I've read 2 of her books this year and I'm currently reading a 3rd and she's just blowing my mind all over the place. B.A. Paris, who writes thrillers. Chevy Stevens writes thrillers as well. Stephen King, I can't believe he's not in here already, but he's going on there. He's going to need like 4 pages by himself. Ruta Sepetys, who has been writing some historical fiction, and I've really enjoyed everything I've written or everything I've read by her. And then Claire McIntosh writes kind of psychological thrillers as well. So those are the authors I'm going to be adding in here, and it's going to take me some time to do that, so I'm going to do that off camera, but I've at least updated it on what I need to do so far. And yeah, that's going to be it for me right now, guys. So I just wanted to show you that because I have shown this before and just wanted to kind of give you an update. That's kind of where I am on some of the authors and the books that I would like to read. And I like to go through this every so often to kind of give myself a reminder of what I want to be reading and what, you know, who I want to read and series I want to get back to and series I want to try and all that stuff. So it's kind of a good little kick in the pants for me sometimes to get it done. But yep, that is going to be it for me today. Let me know what you think. If you guys are book nerds like me, let me know what you think about what's in here. If there's anything that kind of made you go, oh, you need to read that, then let me know. And yeah, I also have a booktube channel. If you guys don't know, it's a second YouTube channel that I have. I always have a link down in the description of all my videos for it if you're ever interested. And that's where I talk about books. That's where I talk about what I read every month, what's coming up. It's all books. So if you guys are interested in that, check me out down below. But that's going to be it for me today. So I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any questions and I will talk to you guys again soon. Bye.